Relapse might make you feel like no one else shares your issues or understands what you are going through. Just like when you first got into treatment, remember that you met others struggling with addiction like you. To get back on track after a relapse, go easy on yourself. Remember that long-term sobriety is a process and not an end goal. Every long-term process will have setbacks along the way. Addiction recovery is hard, which is why many avoid facing their issues. But you went through the process and faced your challenges. There is no shame in having a setback. Now you can come back better than before. Shame and self-blame will not be helpful after a relapse. Admit that a relapse happened and work towards figuring out what caused your relapse. Here are a few steps you should take if you end up relapsing in NoFap. Step 1. Shift your mindset from that of failing to that of learning. At the risk of beating a dead horse, this is the first thing you have to do after a NoFap relapse. As I've been saying, don't think that your relapse is the end of your NoFap challenge journey. All the progress you've made on the NoFap challenge is still intact. Your NoFap relapse only means it's time for you to learn more about yourself and your PMO addiction cycle. So, take a pen and paper and take note of the next point on the list. Step 2. Make a note of what led to your relapse. After the relapse, sit down, quiet your mind, and retrace your steps. Think of the moments leading up to the relapse. Your goal is to determine what your PMO triggers are. These triggers might be an emotional state or a physical state. Examples of physical triggers are things like watching a movie that has nudity, watching a music channel, seeing a hot model on Instagram, or just fantasizing porn thoughts. Examples of emotional triggers are things like boredom, depression, feeling inadequate about something, failing at something, and on and on. Some cues have been subconsciously programmed to trigger porn use after an event occurs in your life. These cues now work so well because you usually PMO when any of these events occur. As a result, your brain has built strong neural pathways from those events to PMOing. Examples of these events are things like being alone at home, sitting down in front of your computer, taking a bath in the morning, when you can't fall asleep at night, and so on. So, after your relapse, write down those things triggering your porn use. Eliminate the triggers that you can, and prepare for those that you can't eliminate, so you don't relapse to those triggers next time. For instance, if the hot model on Instagram, the music channel, and being home alone at home are the triggers you identified, moving forward, you can do the following. Unfollow that hot model on Instagram. Stay off the music channel. Don't be alone at home by yourself. And if you are, do something to keep your mind busy. Step 3. Prepare yourself for the chaser effect. In case you don't know what this is, the NoFap chaser effect is that PMO binge you go on after a NoFap relapse. The chaser effect happens after you orgasm on a NoFap streak. Irrespective of whether that orgasm is through porn or partnered sex, you've starved your body of orgasm, so your body wants more. That's what it is. After your NoFap relapse, what you need to do is be aware of the likelihood of going on a PMO binge. Being aware will help you catch it on its heels rather than the chaser effect catching you by surprise. After your relapse, you might be thinking, what the hell, I've already relapsed, might as well binge on it. The harm in binging after the relapse is that it'll be hard to get back on NoFap and you'll be much worse than you were before you started the streak. You'll be drained physically, mentally, and emotionally after the binge. Step 4. Revisit your NoFap goals to get motivated to continue your NoFap challenge. There's no better time to revisit why you're doing the NoFap challenge than after a NoFap relapse. Rethink the goals you want to achieve with the NoFap challenge. If the reason why you're doing NoFap is that you suffer a form of erectile dysfunction, is it cured? What did you want to gain from the NoFap challenge? Have you achieved that goal? If you're doing NoFap to rewire your brain, to detox from porn, do you think the process is completed? If you're doing NoFap to get a girlfriend, have you achieved that goal? It's crucial to revisit these goals and remind yourself of the need to get back on the NoFap challenge wagon then and there. At this juncture, you must renew your NoFap challenge motivation. Doing this will help to renew your resolve. For motivation, you can go to the NoFap community on Reddit or you can more YouTube and videos like these, and learn who NoFap challenge has changed people's life. You can get some NoFap challenge help, tools, and resources here. On these platforms, you see people that have done what you're trying to do and have come out on the other side and are enjoying life more than they did when they were addicted to PMO. Completing the NoFap challenge will give you an edge in achieving your financial, relationship, and health goals. Step 5. Take a social media break. Speaking of using social media positively for your NoFap challenge, a social media break might be what you need after your NoFap relapse. A lot of relapses are triggered by content on social media. Apart from social media triggering porn use, it's also a source of insatiable dopamine that leaves your brain wanting more. If this does not lead to a relapse, it will affect the benefits you're supposed to get on the NoFap challenge. If you're the type of person that browses social media all the time, one of the things you can do to ease yourself back onto the NoFap challenge is to take a social media break. Doing this will help you increase dopamine fasting so that you get the NoFap benefits coming in fast. Also, you reduce the likelihood of relapsing because of social media in the future. Step 6. Eat healthy diets and stay hydrated. Your diet is directly linked with your willpower system. The healthier you eat, the easier it is to resist the urge to binge on porn. Apart from resisting the urge to binge, you want your body to quickly recuperate what you've lost in terms of semen nutrients when you relapsed. After your relapse, you might be tempted to eat junk food because of your active limbic system at the moment. But if you drink lots of water and eat healthily, you'll notice that you'll quickly be able to recover from your relapse and start feeling better as soon as possible. Vegetables and fruits are foods that are packed with a lot of nutrients that can quickly rejuvenate your body after a NoFap relapse. Step 7. Do a dopamine-boosting workout. After a NoFap relapse, it's important to feel good. One of the best, fastest, and healthiest ways to feel good is to do rounds of high-intensity interval training exercises. These workouts have been scientifically proven to release endorphins and dopamine, and these hormones will have you feeling better in no time. The good part about these exercises is that most of them don't require equipment to do. You can do them immediately after your relapse from the comfort of your home. Step 8. Stop edging. This is one thing you're better off not doing when you're on NoFap challenge. When you relapse on NoFap, if you've been edging yourself, either to porn or without porn, you should resolve to stop doing it when you get back on the NoFap challenge. As I said at the beginning of this post, if you edge when you're on NoFap, 99 times out of 100, you'll end up relapsing. Apart from the inevitable relapse, when you edge, you're chipping away at the benefits you're supposed to be getting on the NoFap challenge. This is because the dopamine you get from edging will keep hindering the dopamine rebalancing going on in your brain. Step 9. Get out of the house and interact with other people. Loneliness, depression, and boredom all play major roles in the relapse of most people on the NoFap challenge. If your relapse was because of either of these reasons, there's a high chance that a pattern of binging on porn, Netflix, video games, and junk food is formed because of the continued loneliness, depression, and boredom. After the relapse, you'll need to interrupt this pattern. How do you do this? You interrupt the pattern by getting out of your room or getting out of your house altogether. And apart from helping you to prevent the binging effect, getting outside and interacting with other human beings will start making you feel better. So, depending on the time of the day or the situation you're currently in, you can go for a walk, you can go hang out with friends or have them come over. This is why having a gym membership or having activities to do outside of your house is good for the NoFap challenge. It allows you to expand your life's horizon a little bit more. Step 10. Boost your testosterone by doing a testosterone-boosting workout. Testosterone is a vital hormone for a man, and when you have enough of this hormone in your body, you're healthier, happier, and feel more manly. The kicker is that when we relapse on PMO, we instantly lose a considerable amount of this hormone. So, after a NoFap relapse, the best thing to do is to replenish this hormone, to release more of this hormone. One of the best ways to do that is to do weight training exercises or play a physical sport like soccer, basketball, and so on. Step 11. Take a cold shower. After a game or a demanding training session, it's now a common tradition for top athletes, like David Beckham, to dip themselves in an ice bath. They claim it helps them to recover faster, boosts their testosterone levels, and improves their mood. Researchers have confirmed the benefits of exposing your body to these lower temperature baths. After your relapse, you don't have to dip your balls in ice. You can, however, have a cold shower. A cold shower has been shown by several studies to have several benefits. A study showed that cold showers activate the sympathetic nervous system and release both endorphins and norepinephrine. Both neurotransmitters elevate the mood when they're secreted. One of those benefits is that it boosts your mood. In the context of a NoFap challenge relapse, a lot of people fall into the emotional trap of shame and depression. To save yourself from these and get yourself in a good mood, taking a cold shower is one of the quickest ways to do so. Apart from boosting your mood, cold showers have been shown by this study to increase your level of serum testosterone. This will help you to compensate for the testosterone you lost after your PMO session. Step 12. Meditate. If you're already a person that meditates, then stick with it. But if you don't meditate and you're doing the NoFap challenge, I highly recommend you start meditating. The impact of meditating on NoPMO can't be ignored. It helps a lot of people to deal with a relapse on NoFap. And apart from dealing with a NoFap relapse, meditation helps to avoid a relapse in the first place. Find a place to sit and calm your mind. It'll work wonders for your state of mind. In summary, you can get back on the NoFap journey after your relapse. Whatever you do, don't give up. Eat healthy, exercise, meditate, get outside, and interact with others. In other words, after your relapse, don't beat yourself up. Take care of yourself. After that, get back on the NoFap challenge. If you can put together the number of days you did, you can do it again. And as hard as it might be for you to accept, the NoFap challenge does get easier the more you do it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more. Also, don't forget to share this with your friends and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring. X King out.